I wanted to make this short video in light of the current controversy between Fresh and Fit and Albo and Preach. I have listened to several reaction videos and noticed a trend among YouTubers saying that they watch Fresh and Fit strictly for entertainment purposes.
And I'm like, man, this shit is entertaining. And they still have an entertaining channel because there's some dumb bitches on that show.
You have never ain't heard one good thing from anybody from that goddamn show.
No, we were watching it because it's entertaining. You watch these girls, you're like, wow, they could not get any stupider. Like, it's entertaining.
But ironically, some express disillusionment with both YouTubers. Although I agree that Fresh and Fit podcast is entertaining, I disagree with the sentiment that what one watches for entertainment doesn't influence their thinking and perceptions of reality. The sentiment is one that I actually agreed with, and I've othered on this channel numerous times that I initially found the Manosphere to be entertaining. But now I had to reconsider my position amid the controversy. It's literally impossible to silo yourself into an online community and proclaim to be unaffected by its rhetoric. Even observers are vulnerable. BBC documentary filmmaker Louis Durax recognized this reality when he lived among members of the Westboro Baptist Church. The organization believes that soldiers killed in Iraq and Afghanistan were burning in hell because of the country's capitulation to gay marriage. Living among them, Durax never converted to their way of thinking, but he noticed their message gradually seemed less extreme the more he interacted with them. This is applicable to my own life. When I was in high school, I watched Fox News solely for entertainment purposes to nourish my increasing interest in political affairs. Consciously, I convinced myself that Glenn Beck, Bill O'Reilly, and Sean Hannity were just entertainment, but subconsciously, I had observed their talking points and found myself repeating them in social study classes. It's embarrassing to admit, but I cringe at the arguments I made. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a Republican or holding conservatives' beliefs. As I've admitted before, I'm a center leftist, which is considered extreme in this space, but I also hold views that are considered far left and conservative. Scholars who study social movements have long noted the phenomenon of the spillover effect, which means that social movements influence not just other related movements, but also groups that are adamantly opposed to it. One example of this would be white resistance to busing in Boston, Massachusetts in the 1970s, and how demonstrators adopted similar tactics as civil rights activists by organizing boycotts and sit-ins. I've seen the same pattern in the Manosphere. Critics of the space, whether intentionally or unintentionally, adopt red pill terminology like the wall in response to criticism. And believe it or not, despite being a critic of the community, I had internalized some of its talking points. Unlike many people who enter the red pill community after a breakup or difficult dating experiences, I found it inadvertently after incels became mainstream. Initially, I was curious and found the content entertaining. I thought it was just men with politically incorrect opinions discussing dating. Little did I know the shady backgrounds of various content creators, nor how much of a rabbit hole the space is. And some of the content creators strike me as off.
But lately, and lately it just appears that people are acting in such a way that they don't think there's consequences, but the tide could be turning because all you have to do is turn on YouTube and there's people talking shit to people, dude, girls talking shit to dudes and dudes fucking cold cocking them. Like, what are you gonna, And
I get so much satisfaction out of those videos.
Oh my God, dude, I live vicariously through those videos. It's like, dude, listen, I stopped jerking off to porn when I was 37 years old. Dude, sometimes I'll fucking whip out my dick and some fucking cocoa butter and fucking beat off to that stuff.
I cannot believe I used to follow that guy. Again, this is not a jab at consumers who believe this because I once prescribed to the same belief. But having examined this community for now over 3 years, I no longer believe that separation is possible.